I was feeling nostalgic today, so I decided to check in on America's first super, Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton is a man who needs no introduction. He's like a real-world Captain America. He is Steve Rogers. He was injected with a serum that gave him the power of freedom and the power of marketing. He's the spokesperson for Bell & Howell for their tactical line of products. I'm sure you've seen their commercials over the last 5 or so years for their tactical products that air on TV. It's very much like the cliche as seen on TV infomercials. Nick Bolton is basically Billy Mays if Billy Mays was capable of eating a smoothie of nails and grease while also simultaneously snapping the necks of over 5,000 with one arm tied behind his back. Nick Bolton is a G.I. Joe patriot and also a big fan of tactical as seen on TV products.
I'm Nick Bolton, and these days...
Hey there.
Hey there. It seems everybody has a pair of tacticals.
Good morning.
Morning. But what if you already wear... Then you need these.
I'm extremely thankful we're finally living in a utopia where all of us are sporting our tact. I fear without them, our species would have been lost long ago. But I do want to say that I feel pretty bad for Nick Bolton here at the beginning of this infomercial. He just can't even be out in the middle of the desert without women coming up to him trying to small talk and flirt with him, or dudes walking their dogs coming up being thankful saying, I appreciate you, my wife the other night. He just doesn't have any time to himself because the tack are like a sodden panty magnet. And then of course you have that one guy who's not wearing his tack who was wandering the desert, damn near perished, because you don't want to be caught outside without tack, but luckily Nick Bolton was nearby to save his life with those.
Flip up tacks. These new fit right over your existing eyewear to give you all the benefits of our tack while you comfortably wear your regular. And watch this. When you don't need them, the lenses flip up and out of the way. Then snap right back into place when it gets bright again.
Absolutely genius engineering. I have no doubt Jimmy Neutron whipped these puppies up himself. That is revolutionary. That is what it means to innovate in the game. Tack has already completely redefined what it means to protect your eyes from harmful light and, UV beams, and of course the luminous flux being all out of whack and cattywampus. Tack are an integral part of your eye safety. And now they've gone back and they've reinvented the wheel again by flipping those up. So you can wear your normal and then put the tack on top of them and just flip them up when you don't need them. But trust me, there's going to be so many tactical situations that are going to arise in your day-to-day life. You're not going to want to flip those up. You're going to want to stay in sport mode with those tacked down, just in case you encounter a tactical situation.
Plus, like all tack, flip up tack feature Bell & Howell light filtering technology that makes invisible objects suddenly become visible.
Now, I've made a couple videos on Nick Bolton and tack before, but this is a new evolution of the technology. Yes, you do still get the light filtering technology, which does more than just filter out light. It also filters out 5G radiation as well as... But now that you can flip them up and down, you have so much more versatility for your tactical situations. Now, they gave you a little sneak preview of some of the magic that it's capable of with the invisible trucks that were going by. They had the active camouflage cloaking technology engaged. Well, no more will you be a victim of this kind of, sorcery. With the tack, once they're down, you can see everything. You can see into the future.
But don't take my word for it. Check out what these people had to say. Take a look at the screen and tell me what you see.
Nothing. Just blank.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
Absolutely nothing.
Flip down those tacks and look again.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. There was nothing, and then it just appears an American eagle.
It's absolutely insane.
Can you read that fine print on the bottom right there?
Land of the free and home of the brave.
God bless America.
God bless America is right. I want to take off my hat and do the Pledge of Allegiance right now. This is the big selling point of the tack. Not only does it offer unlimited protection from pretty much anything the world could throw at you in tactical situations, but you get to see these little hidden Easter eggs in the real world, like the American eagle on a blank screen. There's so many secrets that we're surrounded by, and we're only one tack lens away from seeing everything. So this is a very patriotic moment, honestly. I was pumping my fist excited that they were still making these tack commercial. This is a pretty new commercial. They're still pumping these bad boys out. And it still feels just as good today as it did 3 years ago when I first watched it at a Beef O'Brady's bar. It's so nice to see that where they just look at the screen, it's like, oh wow, it's an American eagle jump scare here, holy. And I love their reaction to reading the land of the free and home of the brave. God bless America. Brother, I couldn't have said it better myself, partner. These tack flip-ups are the real deal.
Whether you're on the trail or on the golf course, on the water or on the slopes, with flip-up tack, you'll always see clearly without any glare. There's just nothing like them on the market today. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
He gets the tack and immediately stares at the sun because not even the sun is a threat to you anymore. You could go up there and fist fight that thing, give it a twister thanks to the tack protection. Now hold your horses there. What if I told you it gets better? What if I told you there were more blessings from Bell and Howell's tack department of scientists? What if I told you there were some tack elite, the next generation?
Has this ever happened to you? You're in a hurry, you're distracted, and then there goes another pair. Hi, Nick Bolton here with the answer. We call them Tack Elite.
There isn't a number high enough to calculate the amount of times that I have sat down on my and tactically annihilated them. So luckily, the Tack Elite are here to solve that problem. They're so elite that Nick Bolton himself had to abandon his mission in an active zone and scoot his Humvee on over here in order to tell us about these Tack Elites.
Like our other tack, these feature Bell & Howell's amazing lens technology that enhances colors to give you vision as sharp as an eagle's and blocks blinding glare so well, hidden objects become visible once again.
These things are so powerful that they can actually spawn in fish to an empty pond. The beautiful thing about the Tack Elite is that they're always showing you the truth, so when you're looking into a body of water, you can see all of the fish, and they're begging to be caught. There's no such thing as a body of water without fish in it. That's anti-American propaganda. The Tack Elite are actually injecting pure freedom and truth into your eyeballs.
But these tack are even more amazing. You can twist them, you can step on them, and yes, even accidentally sit on them. And they always spring right back into shape. The secret is the special composite frames. So durable, it can survive getting run over by my 6,000-pound Humvee.
It's actually more impressive that they were able to withstand Nick Bolton himself twisting and turning them, working them like a Thanksgiving turkey. He's been able to handle the Tesseract barehanded. That's a man that could dip his hands into a volcano and feel nothing. His hands are so powerful, those bear claws, if he can't rip them apart, nothing can. I don't care if the 6,000-pound Humvee couldn't damage them, the fact that Nick Bolton couldn't do it is far more impressive to me.
But that doesn't impress you anymore, does it? So, we need to go bigger. And to make things really interesting, let's add a few other brands to the mix. Here we go! As you can see, this 10-ton troop carrier just destroyed these others, but our Tack Elite, still in one piece and ready to wear.
Holy... anything is possible. Science said it couldn't be done. But science could have never predicted that someone like Nick Bolton could exist in our world. Maybe science just hasn't caught up to what Nick Bolton is capable of producing.
Now that's what I call military tough. Okay, what else? How about freezing them in a block of ice? No problem. Boiling them in 212-degree water? Good to go. Okay, but what about smashing them with a sledgehammer? Barely a scratch. I mean, there's just nothing like them on the market today.
Completely indestructible. You couldn't blow the Tack Elite up with dynamite. Now, this protection may not always extend to the wearer of the tack. Like, if you got hit by a sledgehammer, yours would be fine, but you probably wouldn't be. If you get frozen solid in a block of ice and then thawed out 1,000 years later, researchers are going to be far more happy that they're able to preserve some Tack Elite. And if you're boiled alive in 212-degree water, your tack will float to the surface and at least we'll be able to recover those. Like, you know, like, you might not make it, but you can at least rest easy in the afterlife knowing that your tack did. But yeah, I love these infomercials. I haven't checked in on tack in so long. It's actually to see they still make these things. So these are actually pretty modern commercials for the tack product. And that whole line of tactical products is actually still booming, I guess, because they have so many now. Significantly more than they did a few years ago, I feel. So I'll probably check in again in a couple days for more tactical products because these put a big smile on my face. so incredibly silly. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. God, this is an iconic recipe from Kay. The mincemeat has already come out. That's how we do it.
Put it round the sticks.
Of course. The way God intended.
Oh shit, sticks are too big. Oh, it's falling from the... Oh.
What's gone wrong, Kay?
let it
Besides
go.
everything in this kitchen. I could just eat that right up right now, Kay.
Right,
Perfect.
See, this is exactly how it is. I don't think I'm supposed to.
That is the
have
world's
put
most
the,
unfortunate group of spaghetti. It's like I'm watching an ISIS
egg
video
and
for
meat, but,
spaghetti.
and that's how I was shown. And I
Who
can
showed
see
you
I'm
this? Like an
feeling,
inmate doing the best they can with what they
feeling-
have?
This is how it's said to do it. Sprinkle them all over.
Those
We did that,
pasta...
though.
the spaghetti's never getting cooked.
But you did see me putting the juice on. So
Okay.
that's the onion.
You're just gonna be eating dry pasta with mincemeat and some random onions that unfortunately got roped into the mix. Where did you get this recipe? 4chan? From like a hoarder?
The onions, whichever you want me to say.
Okay, can we cook the noodles?
You need a
I mean,
tomato,
it may be way
tomatoes
past
for
time
this.
for that. They look like corpses in there now, but
Yes, I'm going
Might
to
as well
open the
try.
tomatoes as well because it needs to be all for another half an hour.
the
to cook
noodles
the
can't
onions,
take another dip in the
and
oven,
then-
Kay. They won't make
but
it.
should be okay.
They can't survive. They weren't. Oh,
That is
God.
the different spag ball.
Oh, Jesus.
And Lee's coming to
This
the
is literal
Tuesday.
racism at this point. It's a hate what she's done to these noodles. Don't do it, son.
So let's see what it's tastes like.
Put some value on your life. Ew.
No, but that's fine.
Probably, yeah.
They're not cooked is why. It's still raw and burnt.
Try to be that in bed then.
You may as well replace the noodles with sticks from outside.
No, other side. That's it. Right, now the meat is done. Like I said, I have
That's
never
one
done
word
this
for it, I guess,
before,
Kay.
So you can imagine.
This is straight up Bronze Age food, yeah. This is the kind of food you'd
So
see
they're
in
all standing
cartoons when
up.
they're like roasting it over a fire for 3 seconds and it's still red as...
Has got to go on the beef.
God, it just looks like a plate of dog... Which I guess could be a
So,
UK
I'm
delicacy
just
for all I
scraping it on
know.
the beef.
The finest horse pie I could find
Now I'm
outside.
going to fold it over. I've got loads of juice which you're not supposed to have.
I wonder why, Kay. It's still raw. It's not juice, it's still bleeding.
It don't look too bad.
It looks horrendous, Kay. Words can't
I'm
describe
going
what
to
that
tip
looks
it
like.
out. Tip
It looks like you
into-
tipped over a
onto
potted
the-
plant for its sauce.
You can see I've left the cooker.
Looks
in a
good
mess.
now. Much
While I
better.
Put this in the oven.
It really
And you've
came
got-
together at the end, Kay.
Got in a
I tell you, I was
It's just
doubting it.
come to pot. It's all broke up.
You know, color me pink, I tell you.
got
I
some
really didn't believe in the
tinfoil.
dream, but here it
Wait
is.
one second.
So she did this Wellington 3 years ago, and she came back for revenge 2 years ago. So let's see what difference a year makes in a beef Wellington's mastery. Okay, are you sure this is stuffing? It sounds and looks like
To make
rocks.
it more moist.
I think you've been scammed.
Obviously, 4 ounces of flour. And 5 ounces of flour. Make it 6.
Was there an off-camera mistake,
ounces of
Kay?
flour.
I find that hard to believe. Ah, right on the mark
And
then.
then I'm going to do
They called for 50 ounces of
3
flour,
ounces
right?
lard.
How are we looking back there, Kay? What's the behind-the-scenes looking like? Have we spilt more flour yet? She's cooking in a sandcastle bucket.
That's it. 3
Well,
ounces.
what do you know about fine
So that
dining,
can go
big
in
guy?
there.
How many beef Wellingtons have you prepared flawlessly?
Sing some yellow
And
cake
then I'm going
uranium.
to
Well, it's not
Oops.
yellow cake uranium. In fact, it's now I'm sure you see. It's a beef Wellington.
put some stuff in
What the f- is that? A pre-made beef Wellington? What the? Where did that come from?
around it.
That's cheating. Yeah, I know. I got my last beef Wellington, so I bought one this time.
Ouch.
That's my redo.
I'm just doing it this version.
What version is
Some
this,
of the
Kay?
meat and the stuff
Does
in.
it have a name? The food poison special? Redo chicken Kiev. Well, I am guessing it didn't go well the first time. Man, there is no garlic left alive in that jar. Christ. What is the chicken Kiev used for? To ward off vampires? Who needs this much
You should
garlic
watch
in a
Kay's
recipe?
son's channel big.
Is she gonna dump that whole bowl of flour? Oh my
A bit
god.
more flour.
Sweet Lord Kay, have mercy. It's just a bagel.
I know what, I've got a teaspoon.
Just use a whole bag of flour, Kay. Let's get real.
The yeast in.
I cannot imagine there's any room left in this for more flour. At this point, it's just a basically goopy flour.
Oh, I can sneeze faster.
Okay, what do you expect? You have 3 bags of flour in it, which you are now rolling into more flour. I can promise you she's going to put more flour on this. That is not nearly a football field's worth of flour that she usually rolls her bread in. Mark my words, I'll wager 5 gift subs more flour's coming. Who wants to take me up on that wager? I know Kay inside and out. I'm inside her head. And all I see is flour. Oh, fucking genius. You got me a little worried for a second, Kay. I'm not gonna lie, you had me going. But I know you too well.
It stops it from sticking to the flour.
Of course, yeah, that's right. The flour.
Flour.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think you're running out of flour. I think the reservoir's running low. You know, at this point, I might as well just eat some sand.
Done. I'm gonna put
Because
that
between
in the oven.
Kay's bagel here and sand, I'd probably choose the sand. There'd be less grain in it.
As you can see, they've not risen at all.
Yep, it's just chips. Flour chips.
But they are classed
And I
as
see you put
bagels.
more flour on them.
What is-
Kay, it's not your fault. I think it was just a lack of flour. Let's check out her coming back to it. She had, I don't know how many, let's see. From September to...
Hi,
3.
people, I'm back cooking again.
She really came back with a vengeance.
And today
She
I'm
rested
going
for
to
2 days and then came back on the 3rd and said it's time. Oh, her pantry must be nothing but like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory of flour. Flour and mincemeat are her staples. It's crazy how much flour she goes through in these.
Lumps out. Leave for 10 minutes until frothy. Right, pour 200 millilitres of water into a bowl, and that's what I've done wrong because I've done it with cold water. So I'm going to have to redo it with warm water.
Well, that was quick. It was the first.
I just saw I messed up first time. So I've got my yeast in. Tablespoon of sugar, pepper, measured in stuff for bread. I've got a bread making machine. Over there. And I'm going to...
Step 1, water.
warm. I
Okay,
warmed it up.
I poured ice into it.
Well, I boiled it.
So the only thing she did differently was somehow use even more flour.
Don't understand that, but yes, I shall do.
So what is the
exactly what it
saran
says,
wrap doing?
As I have got, that's it.
Why did you put them in the saran wrap? Oh my god. Okay, don't do that. No.
I've got a target there.
KY, I didn't want... Oh, it's Kay's special recipe, the saran wrap bagels.
That was your thing.
God, she's actually boiling the saran wrap into the bagels.
So that's...
Okay, I'm sure you had to take the bagel out of the saran wrap. I'm no chef, but there's no way.
This video was so helpful.
Watch it, this will probably go wrong.
It's already gone wrong, Kay. You're boiling saran wrap. Kay, it's as gone as wrong as it could. This is an FDA violation and most likely illegal.
And put this one in. This one I'm going to put in.
Ah, perfect. Now he has a friend.
Two boiling. So, chasing round.
She has to get her recipes off 4chan from people that make
Couple
those troll recipes to try and get people to poison themselves. And she makes them as legitimate tutorials. There's no way. That is actual poison. She is superheated saran wrap. Where does the plastic stop and the bagel begin? Not even she can figure it out.
Oh my word. Right, now this one.
Kay, you've outdone yourself with this recipe, I've got to say. I would have never thought to mix raw dough and plastic. I know what I'll be bringing to this year's Thanksgiving. Ordinarily, when it comes to Anthony Sullivan commercials, I dub over Mr. Anthony the Sex Master Sullivan, but for this one I'm so utterly confused on the purpose of this device that I can't help but want to insult it. So please join me as we watch the commercial and I try and convince you not to buy the Hurricane Spin Broom. And I know all of you were really eager to put this one in the Christmas stockings this year for 2019. I absolutely know there's more hype around the Hurricane Spin Broom than there is around AirPods these days, but for real, let me just go ahead and point out some about this piece of...
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here for the Hurricane Spin Broom. The lightweight, easy to use, cordless sweeper.
First thing I'd like to point out is look at the design of this. It actually looks like someone bending over. It looks like two cheeks and everything it picks up goes into the... Let me give you a drawing as a side-by-side comparison to help you visualize what I mean. Now look at the Hurricane Spin Broom and then look at the that I've drawn here. Can you even spot the differences? So the hole on my drawing is where the Hurricane Spin Broom takes in its debris, takes in everything on the floor.
It picks up practically everything. It weighs less than 2 pounds.
Who cares if it weighs less than 2 pounds? It's not like modern vacuum cleaners or like Thor's hammer where only the chosen one can pick it up.
And its rotating bristles clean like a street sweeper. It gobbles up everything in its path.
Yeah, I guess it's great for these large objects on the floor due to its gaping maw butthole containment facility that the bristles sweep it into. But that's super useless because no one's going to take a bite out of it, get all slippery fingered and drop it on the floor and then just all of a sudden gasp, oh, this looks like a job for my Hurricane Spin Broom, I'll be right back. You know, go upstairs, get the spin broom, come back downstairs, get it up with the spin broom, then go empty out the spin broom. You pick up the half-eaten with your hands, it's far more efficient and it's far quicker. No one would ever go out of their way to use the spin broom for this job, especially considering how small the spin broom is. You'd pick up this and it'd immediately be full, so you'd have to go empty it anyway. It's just a waste of time, extra steps.
Use it for dry food, wet food, pet hair, or tough sticky rice. It even sweeps slippery ice. It's so light, I can pick up a mess using my pinky.
Yeehaw. Wow, that'd be such a cool stunt you bring over your friends. Guys, look at this. I'm gonna dump out some gummy bears on the floor and then watch this. With one pinky going freestyle mode here, bang, spin broom that up. Are you impressed with my magic trick yet? Please clap.
The secret's the triple brush technology that uses centrifugal force combined with the rotating action to sweep up everything in its path. Just push to empty in the trash, your hands never touch the mess. And
yeah, huge dustbin, and it advertises this by showing it dumping out half a worth of Fruit Loops. The dustpan on this is laughably small. You could pick up maybe 3 pencil erasers and it'd reach full capacity and you'd have to empty it out. That's totally useless. You are better off using a vacuum. It's just as easy for the most part, and you get a whole lot more bang for your... You get to fill up so much more without having to constantly go to the garbage can and empty it out. This is totally useless.
Spin Broom has a mega mouth that's big enough to pick up a ham sandwich. Look at that.
And then you'll immediately have to go empty it because the Spin Broom reaches max level and can't hold any more. And I highly doubt that this is a legitimate test here. I don't think that the little Hurricane Spin Broom prison cell that it has there could hold anything more than 2 tiddlywinks worth of rice, let alone an entire ham sandwich.
Plus, it stores practically anywhere.
Yeah, that's when you know your goose is cooked and you're out of compliments to give a product when you say you can store it anywhere. You know what else you can store anywhere? A vacuum. There is nothing that's preventing this woman from putting a vacuum in there. It's not like the universe would stop her with some type of invisible wall like it's a video game.
Vacuums are heavy, and the old way is back-breaking work. And stop chasing around the line from a dustpan and broom. Call now to get the original Hurricane Spin Broom for just $19.99.
I won't be doing that, but I'm not your dad, so if you thought the spin broom looked pretty swell, please, by all means, go for it. I actually saw this on the subreddit, someone posted it, and I just got so caught off guard by how bad this product was, and it made me upset to see Anthony Sullivan selling it, that I just felt compelled to on it and point out some things that I just don't get about it. So yeah, that's it, and I'm disappointed in you, Anthony Sullivan, I really am. So yeah. Did Jack Bauer use your bathroom to someone but leave behind a huge mess that you're forced to clean up? It's Anthony to the Sullivan here with a turbo scrub. That's right, this mushroom on a stick will not only stimulate your clitoris, but it'll also clean the mucus off of your countertops. It'll have the counter looking so fresh and so clean you'll want my mother on top of it. Melted marshmallows are no match for the turbo scrub. It's more than just super duper, it's turbo. I was spying on you in your shower, but I couldn't see through it because of hard water stains, calcium, lime, and rust. But luckily the turbo scrub was here, so I can see you nice and clear. Here's Anthony. You got a sink, go ahead and turbo scrub that. Fixtures and fittings, mixtures and tittings. Ring around the rosy? No, ring around the tub because you tried to drown the Pokemon muck in this and caused a big old mess. But we've got you covered with the extension wand, and we'll even give you 300 RPMs, which of course stands for Rectum Pocket Marbles. Never leave home without them. This device is so turbo it'll chisel out your jawline, put hair on your chest, and put biceps on your cheeks. This scrubber will make you feel like $1,000,000, 50 ducks and 25 trucks, and we're throwing in a cone brush. Check out the scare cam if you dare. Look how dirty this once was, but the cone brush gets rid of it thanks to the angled bristles. That's the secret. Corners! You can clean those too, I don't give a Toilets, we all have them. But do we scrub them? Probably, but do we turbo scrub them? I don't think so, but we should. The kitchen. You can't cook, but you can scrub. 1 for 2 is not bad at all. Whoopsie, you put the placenta in the sink again. No worries, just turbo scrub it all out. Sliding door tracks. Scrub it. Big old sacks. Rub it. Road grime. You can turbo scrub that off too. Look at this. You can use it as a kung fu weapon, as a bow staff. It's only $39.99. It costs almost nothing at all. You could spit in my face and I'd give you a turbo scrub. Just go ahead and call me. And if you do, I got a big bonus butthole blaster for you. I'll throw in the cone brush and flat brush absolutely free. You could cut your hair with this. It spins so fast. Free shipping. Turbo shipping. It's giving me a turboner. Just go ahead and call me right now. You could scrub, or you could turbo. Hello and welcome to Solitary Confinement. You might recognize this area when wanted to be all alone. I'm Ruth Gluten, reverse Santa Claus. I steal all this from kids every Christmas, but I keep running out of space. Luckily, the Lord has answered my prayers and has given me the space bag storage packs, and now you too can experience one of the Lord's greatest gifts to mankind since the erection. This high-capacity condom can store up to 4 times more useless than its competitors. Your wife left you and you quit your job to pursue Minecraft Let's Plays to put food on the table. It's not working, you've lost control of your life, but at least you can control the clutter with space bags. Just pack your items, seal the airtight zipper, plug in any vacuum hose, and flip-flopper, panty dropper. It's now been shrunken down to the size of one of Shaq's kidney stones. You want to grow a tree on top of it? Go wild, grow that tree. It's not gonna have the 4 layers of protection. We've used the finest tracing paper we could find and then put more tracing paper on top of it. Dirt, bugs, and moisture don't stand a chance. Look at this bad boy. Clean as a baby's taint. Whoops-a-daisy, camera cut. Go to a different with a clean jacket that wasn't even in the bag that got the diarrhea shower a second ago. Hope you're stupid enough not to have picked up on that. This is a real-life shrinking ray, ladies and gentlemen. Is your dirty clothes talking to you? Take them down to size with the space bags. Flat bags also work too. Compress your clothes into some type of mosaic here. Is your car taking up too much space in the driveway? Go ahead and throw that into a space bag. It'll shrink it. Roger Ebert raves it's a smart solution for cramped closets. It started out this big, but ended up being this big when I was done. Look at this. This is clothes. And now it's over here. But now it's back in my hand like magic. But magic is the work of Satan. It's time you take control and space brag to your friends about all the space you're saving by using these space bags. We'll send you 1 jumbo cube, 2 large cubes, and 2 medium fries for only $19.95, so go ahead and call now. It's a space race to see who's going to be the first one to capitalize on this out-of-this-world deal. You get that Puppoose away from me right now. I'm not setting 1 paw on that. Stop strangling me, please! No! Oh, well, this looks like a lovely blanket. Thank you. Oh, it's a trap. Why am I strapped to this human's hip like I'm in a holster? My freedom has been stripped from me. Please help me. Thank heavens you brought an umbrella for yourself. I'll just be dangling here getting pulverized by the rain, snow, or hail, whatever this bad special effect is trying to represent. I'm going to take the meanest this world has ever seen. You'll try and escape the omphalos of my explosion, but since I'm strapped to your hip with the Puppoose, you won't be able to elude this from my... Tell me who's the victim now. What do you type, like 4 words an hour? Am I Richie? Is that my name? I mean, I guess it is. I'm getting a present. This is the exact opposite of what I wanted for my birthday. Me. Are we trading Puppooses like Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Is that the new thing here? Behold, a poorly designed product. Let me just stand on this puppy forklift. Yahoo! Be strong, my son. We are dealing with the ultimate. Remember your training. Don't listen to them. Don't feel the flow. If you feel the flow, the earth crumbles. We must endure to ensure the safety of the earth. Nothing will make us quit. Not even a poorly helicopter dance move. Anthony Sullivan here. Whoops-a-daisy, I spilt my beverage. This ordinary sponge just can't handle this type of Go yourself, sponge. Introducing the Mighty Thirsty. It's the super absorbent vacuum block humans have been demanding since the beginning of time. It can hold 8 times the weight of a rhinoceros. Where'd all the liquid go? Right there. Watch me trick this Mighty Thirsty into sipping up my piss. Did you know Mighty Thirsties were not created but instead were found deep within the Amazon rainforest? Research shows that each Mighty Thirsty is made with liquid love and PVA, which stands for pure vagina action. Look, the Mighty Thirsty absorbed all the wiener juice with no spills. Scientists agree that drinking without a mouth will lead to a huge mess, but if you have a thirsty sidekick on standby, it'll just gobble it right up. Look at this. Smooth as cheeks. This sponge is diarrhea's. Check this little experiment out. Some water over here, some uranium-235 over there, some plutonium to enhance taste, and the Mighty Thirsty does what it does best. It's thirsty, it's mighty, it is thirsty, so it's gonna drink. On the left, you can see me torturing an innocent roll of paper towels, while on the right you can see that naughty Mighty Thirsty taking a bath. Toothpaste on the windows, no problem. Stand back, Anthony Sullivan special dance moves for this. Zoinks, you invited me over to your house and I poured soda on your carpet. Ordinarily, you just have to get rid of the entire carpet, maybe even sell the house, but thanks to the Mighty Thirsty, you can just clean it. Ponce de Leon searched high and low for a Mighty Thirsty. You can actually wash this thirsty son of a in your sink. Got stains in your fridge, we'll send you 2 Mighty Thirsties to wear as flip-flops. Got stains in your car, we'll send you 2 to clean your titties. Got stains on your desk, it's probably time to get a new job. Aquaman ejaculate on your granite countertop? You just earned yourself the Jumbo Mighty Thirsty. For only $20, you can have your own family of Mighty Thirsties. But call right now, and I'll the offer in half. You get the same deal for $10. You save $10. Imagine what you can do with an extra $10. But wait, I'm not done. You thought I was done? You must be. I will double this offer. That's right, you get your own army of Mighty Thirsties for only $10. So if you're tired of the ocean, take this deal. Throw your collection of Mighty Thirsties into the ocean. They'll absorb all of it. Get rid of the ocean entirely. Hold the ocean in your hands. Get thirsty.
Look at these pancakes taking a bath. You can't make pancakes out of cum. The quantum physics just don't check out. Every amateur knows that. Hi there, Pee Wee Herman here with the flippin' fantastic pancake flipper. You just slam dunk the pancakes onto the pan and you've got some bite-sized pancakes for the whole family to love. Just pour your pancake batter into this pancake condom and then like a coin you flip it. Except when you flip this coin, your odds of perfect pancakes are 100%. Let me let you in on the secret here. It's the same design used by the Wild West 6 shooters, except we're not putting bullets in these bad boys, we're putting pancakes in these. Check out our animated upskirt here of the pancakes. Got a little naughty there for ya. The family will love these pancakes. You're gonna love these pancakes. Put some rabbit on them, why not? Sprinkle some, everyone's gonna love it. Strawberries go great on them too. Come on, pancake scientists, experiment a little. People say I can't make good eggs. To that I say, you, catch you on the flip side. Don't take your finger out of your yet, folks. You can even make Krabby Patties here. No, I'm not pulling your leg. I can snap them right into existence. Piss patties, urine cakes, cheese clumps. No matter what it is, it's gonna come out beautiful. The sky's the limit. Fantastic. The flippin' fantastic perfect pancake flipper upper flick your bean extraordinaire comes with X's so you know where to put your hands in case you're stupid. Yeah, you'll be flipping everyone off. If it gets dirty, you can clean it, put it in the dishwasher. Backing projects on Kickstarter is a lot like sticking your into a glory hole. You never know what you're gonna get, or in most cases, what you're not going to get. You roll the dice with your wallet by backing you think looks good, but a lot of times it doesn't deliver, it never had a chance of delivering, or you get that super not at all what you thought it would be. But I think is far worse than Kickstarter in this department because a lot of the projects that go up there just seem like they have no vetting whatsoever, where they'll have these products that aim to cure climate change by making you put a butt plug in your for $50 on their campaign. It's just outrageous pseudoscience nonsense. And to illustrate this point, I found the latest one that I think is quite the banger. This is the Lucha T8.
Life on our planet exists in balance, or at least it should. Yet, as we shaped our world, we've tilted the scales, and now the natural balance between us and our planet is lost.
Yeah, that should just be all kinds of red flags. Unless you're like an anti-vax mom, that right there should just tell you this product they're about to sell is super. They're making it sound like some Star, we're just way out of line with the Force. We've lost our connection to it. Like Dragon Ball Z, we can no longer draw energy from the planet into a spirit bomb.
We now live in a world no longer naturally in sync with ours. But not all is lost. We may not be able to go back in time, but we can go back to our roots. Back to our true selves.
It just sounds like the plot to a Neil Breen or a Tommy Wiseau movie. And I'd like to point out right here, address the elephant with the condom in the room. The backers and the amount of money they have makes no sense. There's no way they got $12,000 from 48 backers. This is most likely just the creator pumping money from his own into the project to kind of prime the pump to make it appear to people that it's legitimate. Like, hey, look, all these people are putting money into this project. Look how much it's making. People want this. You should be in on this. It's a common technique for a lot of these fraudulent businesses on Kickstarter. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on here. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it is real and this product just caught fire in a bunch of those soccer mom, don't trust science Facebook groups.
Lucha T8 is a health improvement device that creates and emits the Earth's natural frequency of 7.83 Hertz. By emitting the Earth's frequency, Lucha T8 utilizes the naturally occurring synchronicity between our body and our planet to support regeneration of the organism.
Sci-fi fanfic from middle schoolers is more scientifically grounded than that explanation for what this piece is and what it does. They make it sound like Earth is constantly emitting a 7.83 Hertz frequency to the cosmos like a distress signal, like a SOS. It is just a mindlessly ridiculous product that is very common on these crowdfunding websites, and some of them do get real funding from real people, which is the saddest part, that people buy into this garbage. But I mean, you have these people going crazy for essential oils, damn near giving a suppository to their children of eucalyptus leaves because they read one article on the internet that said that that would help somewhere, and then you trace it back and it turns out it was just a joke started on 4chan that now people are actually buying into. It's sad how easy it is to exploit this growing movement of distrust science and believe garbage. Because there's definitely people that would look at it like this and go, wow, that makes a lot of sense. If I wear this block of wood on my neck that just has a blinking red light on it, it's going to help. Because the video said, the Earth is constantly making a synchronicity titty at 7.83 Hertz. And if this thing's emitting the same frequency, well then man, the science checks out. You'd be dumb not to buy this thing. It's just pathetic.
Lucha T8 helps eliminate lack of energy, exhaustion, anxiety, insomnia, stress, tension, migraines, and different types of pain.
Yeah, the only pain this would help with is the pain of having too much money. If you're too wealthy, you can throw some money to this thing and it'll help with that problem.
So how does Lucha T8 work? All you have to do is place the device close to a painful or troubled spot for no more than 30 at a time, and it will balance the body's energy, metabolism, and polarity in a way that gives the organism a chance to recover.
It's just a blinking red light. You could get the same effect if you have a wireless mouse. Just put that on some painful spot on your body. You'll get the same effect. And it's also very from this creator to say to hold it there for 30 minutes. That's up, man. You know some dumb idiots are actually going to hold that thing there for 30 minutes. I mean, you could have just said 10 seconds, they'll believe it and do that, and that's a lot less time consuming. But maybe this guy hates his customers, and to be fair, you'd have to be pretty goddamn dumb to buy this in the first place. You may as well just laugh about it, like, haha, made this guy actually hold that thing there for 30 minutes, just wasting their time. Could have said 5 hours, and I guarantee someone would have done it.
Lucha T8 is made to be by your side all the time. It celebrates the fact we only thrive when we align ourselves with the forces of the planet to which we owe our existence. Lucha T8 is not an instant cure or miracle medicine. It's a symbol of where we've been and where we're going.
Yeah, but you just said it helps actually cure some of these things and work making them better. You're calling it a regenerative device. That means you're saying it is helping to cure those things and improve those things. But now you're just saying it's a symbol of where we've been and where we're going, so it's just a souvenir from a gift shop? It sounds like they're trying to cover their own. If someone actually buys this tries to use it on an injury and it doesn't help at all, they can't come after them legally because they said it was going to work and it didn't. I get that they're trying to do some legal talk here, but it doesn't work when everything else in the video contradicts what you're saying.
It paves the way to a harmonious and peaceful existence, leading you to what you are meant to be. Stable, strong, happy. Lucha T8 unlocks our organism's potential to self-regulate and balance itself.
It's a blinking light on a string. But that's that's what you sign up for when you're looking on it for interesting. You get like this. There's also one I saw a while back that was about water, a special kind of water that they hyped up as like this panacea that would cure anything because it was water that they made listen to Mozart for a month before selling. It was as dumb as it sounds. But yeah, that's just the kind of you find on there. That's it. See ya. What's up everybody, it's Critical. I know most of you have already heard the good news. The juicing company Juicero recently shut down.
For those of you that aren't familiar with Juicero, it was basically just a middle schooler's Lego project that was designed to squeeze money out of consumers by very slowly squirting diarrhea from a pouch into it. Now, while the Juicero may have, its story doesn't stop there. The father of the Juicero, Doug the Slug Evans, as I like to call him. Well, it's not just as I like to call him. His name is Doug Evans, but I kind of throw the slug in there because he looks like a slug and it rhymes with Doug. It's a beautiful play on words, I know. It's clever stuff. But anyway, Doug Evans is out there still doing stupid ideas, and recently he brought to light, I had no idea about, a water fasting trend, but not just regular water, raw water. And I was blown away by this, that people would actually even think this is some type of viable trend to improve health. And the raw water fasting trend is people will get raw, untreated water where they don't take any living organisms out or any of the bad in water out, and you just drink it as is. And you do that for 5 or so days with no food, and somehow it's supposed to improve your health, and they call it biohacking. I'm not making up that term. I know that term sounds like it's straight out of a bad movie off of a $50 budget, but they actually call it biohacking. These festering stains actually believe that drinking raw, untreated water is good for them. So I'm excited for the inevitable cholera outbreak that will occur from this trend. But what's really sad is it's not just the manipulators here that probably don't actually do the raw water trend for a while. They just sell this extremely overpriced water to very gullible and stupid people who see these perceived geniuses doing this trend, so they hop on to try and self-remedy themselves, and then they end up themselves. And that's really sad, but let's stay on topic here. So Doug Evans posted about how he's going to be going on a 5-day or more raw water. And so here's fingers crossed that he'll contract Giardia or along those lines. The brand of raw water he's using is from Live Water. So I went on their website. It's so poorly designed. It looks straight out of the late 90s, and it's the worst pseudoscience piece I've ever read. And it's filled with grammar and spelling mistakes. I'm just going to read a little bit of this to you. Imagine its journey as it's flowing through vast networks of crystal-lined lava tubes to the surface. Major science has concluded that there... Wrong form of there. I know elementary school science reports can be kind of difficult to write, but I'm going to have to deduct a few points for that one there, sport. Is a body of water with a larger volume than all our oceans combined in the core of the Earth. Yes, makes sense. This is the Earth's way of cleansing water and offering it back to us with a fresh new start. Oh yes, that fresh new start being in a hospital bed. Let's scroll down a little bit more. The extensive water analysis shows super high levels of natural silica. Silica is essentially pure liquid crystals. Silicone holds information and energy in a unique way. That's why all our devices run off them, hence the name Silicon Valley. Imagine how it would feel to upgrade your brain's entire operating system to the best computer chips available. Yes, the best computer chips, the Doritos brand, which is a naturally occurring microbe in the water that they like to manufacture, I imagine. Silica is also known as the beauty mineral, very rarely found in any food or supplements. So, I mean, imagine how great it'd be to upgrade your entire brain's operating system to the latest version. You don't even have to go through Live Water for this. You know what? I'll do it for only $20 a month. If you send me $20 a month, I've actually hacked into the natural water here and extracted the silica myself, so I can upgrade your brain's operating system. Just send me $20 and I'll send the drivers over to you. I'll give you a little Dropbox link for them. This whole thing just keeps getting worse and worse. Let's go to the conclusion. In its natural cycle, water is infinitely chemically and energetically complex. Water goes down into the soil and becomes the perfect probiotic as it through microbes and microorganisms in the humus. It picks up bioavailable monoatomic elements and minerals that just can't be replicated. We have done our best to keep it pristine. Read on to find out what distinguishes our water from every other source available. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Our services are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. At least they cover their in there with all these outrageous claims and the absolute nonsense that they spew throughout this entire page. I just want to make this clear. Nature is not on your side. There's a reason why people these days are living way, way, way longer on average than anyone before us. And it's because we understand what needs to be put into this in order to increase longevity. Nature is not on your side. Living like some troglodyte from 1,000 years ago isn't going to make you healthier. You're just going to kill yourself. I just don't understand how people think because we treat water and do these things that it's making our smaller and making us less healthy. That's not the case. I just don't understand this idea that nature is some
entity that wants all of us to live long and prosper, but humans are corrupting it and perverting it into this horrible abomination that we have these days. It's so incredibly sad. Every day you walk outside and you're not mauled by an animal, that is you defying nature's course. Every day a baby is born without polio, that is you nature in the face. Going out and buying expensive, dangerous in order to live like our ancestors who were wild and free, living off of what nature provided for them, will do nothing but you up. But yeah, you Doug Evans. I hope there's not a whole lot of people out there that fell for this raw water scam, and if there is, Godspeed to you. That's it. So yeah, it's no secret the world is a divided place. Not everyone can agree on the same things. That is, until early 2017 when a product known as Juicero hit the stores, and everyone of all ages, every corner of the globe came together and in one unified voice said, "What a piece of..." It's been 2 years since the common enemy Juicero was defeated. 2 years since I made the video talking about the Juicero. I also made a follow-up with the creator, what he's doing, how he's poisoning himself and others with raw, untreated water. So basically, he's just a cholera dealer. He just distributes that to dumb people across the world. But what I haven't touched on is the products that aim to mimic what the Juicero did. Today, we'll be talking about the Cleanest, which is a Juicero for soap.
Cleanest, a revolutionary system for mixing your favorite products with an easy-to-use appliance, concentrated and reusable bottles.
For those of you that aren't familiar with the Juicero, who didn't achieve enlightenment in 2017 with the product, I'll go ahead and put it in a tight little sack. The Juicero was basically pre-packaged things of juice and a giant $400 machine that would slowly squeeze the juice into a cup underneath. But all you needed to do was just squeeze the packets yourself to get the juice out, because it was literally just juice in a bag that would squeeze through a small opening. It was really stupid. And that's exactly what the Cleanest is, with a couple extra bells and whistles, and it probably tastes better than the juice Juicero shipped with.
Just add water from your own tap, and at the press of a button, you mix up products that are better for you and better for the planet. Why? Because you make them yourself, with naturally derived in these beautiful reusable bottles that will eliminate hundreds of single-use bottles and help shrink your carbon footprint.
Basically, what you're paying for is a machine that squirts water and pre-packaged soap into a bottle and it stirs it underneath. It also gives you the ability for some DLC, some EA loot box style fragrances that you can buy for extra and squirt into your soap to make it feel like you did a little more with the soap making process than just press a button and have water squirt with your soap. It's a remarkably useless tool because you're just buying pre-packaged soap and having it stir it for you. There's nothing that would stop you from buying that soap, putting it in a bottle yourself, and then pouring hot water in and shaking it by hand like a caveman. But the creators of the Cleanest thought of that. They said there's no way the human touch could possibly get the correct viscosity when it comes to mixing these together. As if that really matters, considering it's just soap and water getting mixed by a little fan. It looks like just one of those fans children would walk around an amusement park with to squirt themselves with water and blast a little air in their face. It's not exactly the most heavy-duty industrial fan or stirring procedures. It's not that complex, it's just useless.
And the coolest part is that you save money because we're only shipping necessary and minimal packaging.
No, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'll tell you the coolest part. If you pledge $5 to this Kickstarter, you get nothing. You get absolutely nothing. Also, spoiler alert, I don't believe you would save money using this product. The packages that you have to buy individually come at $3 to $6, and they don't give you a whole lot of bang for your buck. They give you like 2 tiddlywinks worth of soap, which would last you maybe a week. As opposed to the kegs that you can buy at Walmart and Costco full of dish soap. More dish soap than you could ever imagine. More dish soap than God planned to exist.
Pouches are delivered directly to your door. You load them into the appliance along with an empty bottle. Select the mix type, and Cleanest does the rest. In 2 to 3 minutes, you will have a perfectly mixed product that is ready to use and guaranteed to work.
Who gets this excited about soap? Look at this guy. He's full of just straight jubilation. He looks happier than hearing-impaired children getting hearing aids for the first time. He is loving this soap.
We launch with a complete line of 10 everyday products, even thick ones you probably never thought could be easily mixed at home. All products will be available in either free and clear or naturally scented with botanical extracts and oils. If you're feeling creative, you can even personalize the free and clear concentrates to mix your own scent creations.
That's right, baby. Be your own chemist. The sky is the limit. There's no end to the creative flavor combination
combinations you can create with these fragrances. Only if you're using our fragrances though. But I swear to God, if you're using some other fragrances that aren't ours, it will turn this soap into hydrochloric acid. It will just straight up explode if you drop any other fragrances, a third-party fragrance, into our cleanest soap mixture. Yeah, no, you're going to be using our products, or else you're going to pay the ultimate price.
Cleanest was co-founded by 3 brothers who spent most of their careers on the inside of the packaging and industries.
Holy, the family is behind this? Well, now I'm sold. My goodness, I have to buy it now with these 3 brothers. Now, I'm sure you don't need me to whip out the ruler like a Catholic school teacher on the desk and tell you exactly why this is a bad product. I think it's pretty clear to most people why this is useless. But I'm going to go a step further into something you probably didn't think about when watching this. This harps on being very good for the environment, very green, but I'd argue quite the opposite. This is far worse for the environment than going to a store and buying your soap. And it's not only because you're paying over $100 for this overpriced piece of plastic that doesn't do anything more than mix water and pre-packaged soap for you. The main problem, is their idea where everything is reusable, but it's used through the mail. So you get your pouches mailed to you, use them, and send them back through the mail. Do you see what I'm saying here? That's a lot of gas getting that to and from your place of residence. Plus, since you're not getting a whole lot of soap, you're going to be doing this a lot, as opposed to just going to the store and getting a giant oil drum full of soap that'll last you far longer than these pouches will. It costs the environment a lot less in the long run. I won't lie and say I'm shocked that this got more than double its funding. This is the exact kind of trendy that people love. You know, oh, I'm going to make my own soap by squeezing 2 rocks together and then dumping a little bit of basil leaf in there. Oh, that's going to be the perfect soap. It's going to be great. I understand why like this would catch fire in certain communities, but it is not a green product. It's not a useful product. This is just a product that emulates what the Juicero did, but for a different market. And we all saw what the Juicero was, a waste of time. And that's the exact same with the cleanest. That's it. So yeah. We're certainly living in the future these days where all of our products are considered smart products, meaning they all have to be connected online via Wi-Fi, and you have to register them with a valid driver's license, fill out a survey, sign up for a newsletter. Got goddamn smart condoms coming next, I'm sure, where you have to be connected online at all times, otherwise the condom shuts down and it won't stretch so you can't use it. But this new revolutionary product is not a smart product. It will allow you to sit anywhere, but not comfortably. So this is a wearable chair. It just is 2 little legs that you put on your cheeks and you sit down, folds out, and then you kind of have to get into a pseudo squat to balance yourself. It kind of looks like you're balancing on 2 pogo sticks, or they kind of look like the legs of a robot stripper, you know, like wearing fishnets. It could have at least made the legs kick out and look kind of cool, but it just looks really odd. They look like the roller blades from Alita Battle Angel. It looks like it's dual-wielding the 007 Clobs. The design is an extension of your body. If your body is made out of PVC pipe and bubblegum, I suppose. This is also going to be the most uncomfortable bus ride of his life. He can't sit down wearing this. He's going to have to be standing. Though I suppose he could go full douchebag mode and just pop a squat in the middle of the aisle, giving the middle finger to everyone else on the bus. I've got my Go-Go Gadget Extendo cheek chair. Yeah, 265 max carrying capacity is just not going to cut it, not winning the Nobel Prize there. This seems like a product that would be aimed at people far in excess of 265 because it appears to make that everyone is just the laziest slob who can't be bothered to stand for more than 2 minutes. And the only people this would appeal to are people that get winded when they're standing for more than 2 minutes, waiting for a bus and their knees are about to explode. But that clientele is going to weigh more than 265, so they can't even use this. And at the end of the day, there's places to sit everywhere. In fact, any place is a place to sit if you're willing to just pop a squat on it, you know what I mean? Even on the ground is far more comfortable than this, I imagine. And also, you're not locked into wearing the saw trap all day. The creators also say it'll make you bigger. I can promise you this is not going to change how you use your workspace. No one's going to be using this. This will never catch on. But you know what? I'll toy around with the idea. I also think I can come up with a suggestion on how to change this workplace in particular. Why not just put a nice chair there? Why not just pull over a chair? What kind of goddamn sweatshop is this guy working in where he can't just pull over a chair that should already be there in the first place or readily available? Why does he have to come to work with these 2 aluminum sticks on us in order to sit down? This is just a job he might want to consider leaving. If you have to come to work wearing a strap-on just so you can sit down, it's probably not worth whatever you're getting paid to work there. I'll let them have this one, I agree. This will change how they travel and how they commute. Because you won't be able to sit down on anything comfortable. Unless you take this thing off, and then even then you have the inconvenience of carrying this around and making everyone around you think that you're a psychopath. So yeah, that will change the game for you, but not positively. Almost every scam gets fully funded on Kickstarter. A man making a potato salad crushed his Kickstarter goal. This isn't a selling point. Just knowing it was on Kickstarter is enough to immediately make me question it and really kinda not want it. Kickstarter has such a negative reputation. Tech Insider speculates that this wearable chair could change how we work and travel, and at $145 I promise you it never will. A, no one wants it, B, that's too expensive for this piece of, and C, no one's gonna commit social suicide by walking around wearing this anywhere in the world. Here's a tour of the world's most expensive hotel room. And I love that. I wonder what the words for was on that. I felt really good on that one, to be honest. That felt really fast.
This is a hotel room.
100,000 a
not just
night.
Any hotel room, but rather
Thanks,
the
Michael.
most expensive hotel room on the planet, at a cost of $100,000.
It was the most expensive.
You could buy
but I'm gonna open one up.
nice
That's more.
House in and today I'm going to take you on a tour of it.
Let's
now,
go.
Eagle-eyed viewers may. Now, I'm standing here in the entry of the Empathy
Yeah, how many
Suite,
people
and
probably
three
emailed
things
them
to
like,
go
hey,
over. For one thing,
I know a guy who has a
it's
lab in his house. Do you want to review
9,000
it?
square feet. Now, some other perks that they give you, you have a 24-hour butler who is on call for the duration of your
That's
stay.
so
and you
cute.
also have a chauffeur
Get him in here.
service.
Is his name Jeeves or cool?
But as I stand, and the Damien Hirst theme continues
like
throughout the room, specifically with butterflies
It's like,
and
that's just dumb.
medicine or pills. Keep that in your mind as I'm showing you around, because there are a lot of
That's art?
interesting
Come on.
Easter eggs related to those. Although my personal
This
favorite
place looks
art
like dog
piece
for
next to the
100K a
dining room
night.
Table, it's this
It actually
wall
looks like a
of
playground at
pills
McDonald's.
called money. But it's one that I
This
find
is so
rather
dumb.
amusing and interesting, and
What?
certainly worth checking. Medical waste. These aren't used medical
Who
supplies, to
wants
be clear,
this?
But you do have these medical gloves and pill wrappers.
This is the
and tubes
ugliest
all top of this
ever.
bar. There's even a
I'm paying
syringe
100K a
portion
night and I get a
here.
bunch of
People
trash
thought,
on a
"Isn't that
table?"
Controversial. All
Thank you, Swizz.
automatically, so you don't ever have to lift a finger.
Genuinely
except
one of the
to tap
ugliest
your
rooms I've ever
iPad
seen in my life.
screen. In this room, you
It's
can
literally
select
trash
it
art,
through
like
the
garbage art
iPad. You
thrown
don't have
around.
to walk. And next up, moving away from the bar, we walk now to the living area, or one of them, and the dining room table, and here in the
You should
kitchen.
love it
Now, the
because it's
kitchen is
trash.
over here in a corner.
I mean, I
Probably not
love
gonna be
garbage
doing
as much as the next guy, but
food prep while you're
not for
staying in this room.
$100,000 a night
Here,
and not
as
sleeping
a
in
nifty little
garbage.
feature. Now, I say that in part because of this view. You look out over
look-
the strip, you can see all the other
Right
casinos,
past all of the
mountains
dumb
in distance,
stickers
a
on the
gorgeous
window.
place to be. But to me, the
Yeehaw.
more interesting. So, what do all these people do when they're sitting on their giant couch? Well, the answer
Probably
is
complaining.
they can watch TV.
I paid
if they
this
want
much
to.
for this?
You can see touches, including the wonderful view.
Hey, there's a
More
chess set
importantly,
there.
though, it has these swings, which are nice and fluffy. There are
What
four
are these
So, if
chess
you get tired of
pieces?
tea,
What? They're ice cubes. The chess pieces are literally just ice cubes. This is the worst. $100,000 a night, and you get trash. Literal trash. They have just random dumb stickers on the windows. The bar is made out of medical waste. And then you have pills as art pieces. Literally just pills behind. This is baffling. Crazy, man.
Another wall with a giant television.
Beautiful
And you
chairs.
enter what I'm calling the game area, because you have some games in here. For one
Very
thing, you have,
fun.
like, maybe this is what foosball tables look like for rich people. And speaking of interesting,
wonderful
games,
gaming.
back in the sitting room, there's
Yes.
a chess set with square pieces.
Oh, here they
look
are.
Very practical, but it
They're on the
certainly
front.
looks cool, which is gigantic. I've stayed in hotel rooms that are smaller than this bathroom.
Oh,
but this
wonderful
is
wall.
Just a half bath.
Just more
There's a tub in here.
pills.
It's a bathroom. Again, kind of in keeping.
Looks great.
By the way,
that
the
looks
toilet
real
in here is one of
good.
These Japanese stuff.
Who wants this? Who wants this? Is this just like a hotel room for pharmacists? Oh, look. Let me just stop and read about aspirin and Flippin sodium. Can't really read it. Oh, ibuprofen's there. Nice.
The coolest balcony you have ever seen. The coolest balcony anyone has ever seen.
I don't know. It's not that cool.
Is the pool, which actually
The polka
hangs
dot
out
columns are really
over the
goofy.
hotel, facing
But
the
that's
Vegas
pretty cool.
Strip and all of the other casinos. And
Luckily, we have
above
more pill
everything
stickers
out
on it,
there,
which is good.
Higher than anybody else at the Palm.
I want to
Still
look
a lot
hold
more
on.
to show you. I haven't
Sorry to
taken
pause
you
real quick. I need to look up this guy's art, Damien Hirst. Because this guy's absolutely just a scam artist. They probably paid him like $1 million to design this apartment. And he's like, I have some stickers and some pills. Yeah, okay. What is Damien Hirst's most expensive piece of art? He gained the world record for most expensive work of art by a living artist with his Lullaby Spring in June 2007. It's a 3-meter wide steel cabinet with 6,136 pills. This guy's entire life is just about putting pills in cabinets, and he gets paid way too much. Oh my god. Look at this. I cannot believe it. He makes polka dots and puts pills in a cabinet. This is crazy. It has to be money laundering. He literally just does polka dots. If it's not pills, it's polka dots. God. Damien Hirst admits all my ideas are stolen anyway. Yeah, by Gap Kids. It's polka dots. He's getting millions for polka dots. I can't believe it. I mean, I really can. Like, look at NFTs. Buying, like, literally nothing. The art world is crazy. I can't even find a piece of his that isn't polka dots. Or just putting a taxidermied animal in a case. Or pills. Those are the only 3 things he does. This is crazy. I don't say this lightly, but this is perhaps the worst artist I've ever seen. 15 to 20K for this. He literally took this from his grandmother's old closet and just said, it's fine. Good polka dot distribution. And then this is just called 9 Beetles. Voice crack. 9 Beetles, because he found these in the dumpster. Put them in some 20 to 30K. Crazy. At least with Jackson Pollock, there's almost an argument to be made, but this is the same thing every time. It's just polka dots. This actually took him less. All of these pieces together, combined, maybe 10, and that time was spent finding 9 Beetles. I prescribe what he sells for $1 million. Yeah, I know, man. You should start doing art with it instead. I'm a trained artist, and I hate him. Most of the art world does. He gets other people to make his art for him. He can't even have the decency to go into clip art and just take the paintbrush tool and go click, click, click for his circles. Are you serious? No way he actually gets people to do his art for him. No chance. That has to be a rumor. I don't even believe that.
But check this out, the top of the stool is a pill.
Whoa, what the fuck?
All the pills and butterflies theme throughout.
That's nuts.
That is kind of an interesting touch. I like
Woo!
that.
Damien Hirst signature style. Holy.
But probably the most unbelievable thing on the 2nd floor of this hotel room.
Damien Hirst's body. He killed himself and then hung his corpse for art in the hotel room.
The salt room. What's the matter? You don't have one? And by the way,
turn that on. I have to see this. I have to see this.
The fact that it merely exists, little designs on
just from sodium chloride intoxication,
like a butterfly on
poison themselves in the salt room.
Look around, and finally, we move on to the last interesting. Now, here's the other cool thing about the massage.
There's nothing cool about this whole
massage,
place.
You can either leave through the service entrance.
Jesus Christ.
And so that's the empathy.
That is
at the Palms
a disaster.
In Las Vegas.
An absolute disaster. That looks like one of the worst hotel rooms I think I've ever seen. Watching
those hotel people that go like to the discussing rooms and they find like stains, blood stains, dead in hotel rooms, that looks more comfortable than staying there. That's like a Damien Hirst diarrhea dump like room. That whole place sucked. Oh my god, that was horrible. And for $100K a night, there has to be to that. There has to be like nefarious. Someone mentioned like pill parties or maybe that. The only other thing I could see is if you take a big group, like you get 20 of your friends and you divide the cost per night and you go there to like do illegal maybe. Would you stay there for 10K per night? No. The only, and I do mean this, the only thing that was even kind of cool was the TV and the pool. And that's only because the pool looks out over the city or whatever, which is kind of cool. And the TV's two-sided. Yeehaw. But like, look at this. You pay $100 a night and this is the kind of you get there. It's actual medical waste for art. Like, this just looks like a safety hazard. This is like what they would decorate a room in a video game to convey that the person that lives there is a maniac. Or just like, we got some medical trash. Code it somewhere in there. Yeah, I wonder what the comments say, actually. No, comments on it, they're on our side. Imagine paying $100K per night for a hotel that looks like a... Yeah. If I wanted pills and syringes, I would just spend the night in a hospital for $100K. So you must have got a discount at the hospital. Good work. Good health insurance. Yeah, no one seems to like it. Looks like some edgy 12-year-old's apartment in GTA Online. That's a perfect way of summarizing this entire apartment.
Uh-oh, a Redditor just took a euphoric pee on the floor and your Swiffer wasn't enough to handle the juice. Now it's left a stain. But luckily, I'm here with the solution. Hi there, I'm Mark, and I'm not made out of wax. This is real human skin and I'm a real human being. And this is the Shinobi touchless cleaning system that looks like a Reddit upvote. And now when you take a fat piss on the floor, you can get rid of the stains. It's easy, just click, zip, and flip, and let it rip. Just like a real Shinobi, this mop, and the best part, you never have to touch the mess. Just pull this lever and watch the diaper fall right off. Now I'm a level 5 Hokage, and I can tell you, Naruto used this. And thanks to its forbidden hidden cleaning ninjutsu, it can work in both wet and dry environments. Whoops, you dropped Grandpa's ashes on the floor. We'll clean that up. Hi-ya! Let's get a closer look at the technology. It's a paper towel on a stick, in the shape of a doorstop. It cleans your toughest stains, naturally. Hey, it's me Mark again. No, I wasn't brought to life by some magic spell. I'm just a real man, and look at this pad. And here's some stains. Gone. Clean and dry. Now I hope you got your condom on, because we're putting this Shinobi to the ultimate ninja test. Ninjas were known for their love of soda, mustard, and honey. But when it gets on your floor, it makes a big mess. And ordinary paper stick jutsu users can't handle the mess, but the Shinobi cleaning system has no problem at all. Bankai! Now repeat after me. Dust. Clean. Spills. The perfect to make the perfect little girl, but Professor Utonium accidentally added pet hair, and it was no problem at all for the Shinobi cleanless, touchless cleaning system. Gone are the days of old paper towel. Now it's time for clean and dry paper towel. So call now and you can get 4 floor pads with the Shinobi, a $45 value for only $30. But wait, here's a special offer, you little 4 pads for free, and if you think I'm done, you're out of your mind. I'm still a real human being, I'm not CGI, and I'll come spy on you if you order this. Right through your windows that I cleaned with a Shinobi outside, I will watch you masturbate day and night, streak-free windows. You bet I'll be there. Just like a real ninja, I will be stalking you and you'll have no idea unless I want you to know that I'm there. 2018 has been a year of risk and innovation in the YouTube space. The high-quality content creators we've come to know and love have taken bravery to the next level. They are taking on the most dangerous challenge I've ever seen on the platform, the staying in your own home overnight challenge. This will have you up. It is so goddamn scary. This is a sin. These people are going to hell now for our amusement and entertainment, and make no mistake, this is some very entertaining content, high quality, from the beloved content creators such as Morgs. It is amazing. They stay in their own house? Are you kidding me? Who does that? That's wild. They should be thrown in the slammer. This is watching people stay in their own home for a challenge like this, it's disgusting. Let's go ahead and look at some of the new big ones that are being released right now. They all pretty much have the exact same title. In fact, every single one of them has the exact same title. The first 3 is verbatim the same thing, but I like Lum's spin on it with the sleep at home challenge.
Really shooting for the stars on that challenge there. It takes an undiagnosed lunatic to even attempt a challenge such as that. Amazing. The epitome of courage he is, sleeping in his own home. What a mad lad. Man, I can't wait to see his next challenge video. Eating breakfast because I was hungry challenge. You also notice a very similar pattern here with all of these videos. They all have pretty much the same thumbnail with them spying on someone who's taking off their shirt as if they're changing, and they just caught them changing. It's very creepy with the Adam 99 guy because it's his little brother. So that's very creepy and disturbing. I don't know what the hell's going on there. That seems like it should be illegal. But anyway, I wanted to do a little different today. Instead of just watching this horrible content on this, I wanted to actually put where my mouth is and take the challenge myself and see if it is as scary and difficult as they make it out to be. So I will be attempting the legendary Sleep in Your Own Home challenge. Alright guys, it's 3 a.m. I just snuck into my own house, went right past my dog Tetra. She had no idea, she's such an idiot. And now I'm going into my... I haven't slept in my own house in so long, I haven't even made the bed. Oh god, Tetra's on me! This challenge is going south! I don't think she saw me, I should still be alright. Oh, I never expected it to be this scary. Oh my god, she's still just there waiting. She might have saw me. She just vanished, this is my chance. Alright. I made it, alright. Now I'm gonna see if I can pull off sleeping in my own house. Oh, where should I put this? Whoa! I just slept for a full 8 hours. It's now 11 in the morning. Wow, I completed the challenge, but I didn't expect it to be this scary. I had a nightmare. And that nightmare was, you didn't smash the like button for this savage overnight challenge in my own house. What? Science said it wasn't possible, and yet I just did it. Whoa.